My first question, I would like to talk with you about your music, about your current projects and so on. And I would like to talk to you about your new song, which is called Hopeless Romantic. Do you want to tell me something about it? What is this song about?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopeless Romantic, other than being the greatest song anyone's ever heard, it was written, I had to get that in. It was, I wrote Hopeless Romantic kind of towards, I guess like, not that we're out of the pandemic, but like the second half of the pandemic when people we're starting to get back to life. And I don't know, after a year of not wanting to write songs about the pandemic, it was kind of, and also a year of like, I don't know, we were all online during the pandemic, and it was so easy to compare your own situation with other people's situations, even when you didn't know about it. And for me, Hopeless Romantic really is a song about kind of not finding what I've been looking for, but looking in the same place, expecting a different result. So it's kind of like romanticizing experiences before they happen. And then, I don't know, being a little kind of just unsatisfied with reality, because what we dream in our heads is never the same as reality. So yeah, that's what Hopeless Romantic is about for me.
I like the video very much because I think there are some different emotions. It starts a little bit dark, I think, and after that you're going to dance, to party. Yeah, what is the history of the video? Who had the idea to do the video like it was?
Yeah, so the director Sashinsky, who is a creative force, he's absolutely incredible. He pitched us this idea of having the video shot in one fluid shot that basically kind of tells a story of Hopeless Romantic. And it starts in the woods, you're lost. It goes to the city where you're dreaming. It goes to the club where everything's happening, it's hectic. Then you finally get the kind of catharsis of like, I don't know, like that solitude of standing on the beach but enjoying every moment. And then finally at the end, it's that release where the rose petals are falling, you found what you're looking for, you're kind of in the midst of it. So it's yeah, when I read the brief in the creative pitch, it just hit me really hard, and I was like, this is exactly how I want Hopeless Romantic to be portrayed in video form. And I'd always wanted to do like a one-shot video.
Yeah. Okay.
And it took an amazing village of wonderful creatives to pull it together, but I'm so stoked with what we came out with.
And your fans like the song?
I think so.
Yeah.
They've you know what, it's been kind of like an overwhelming response. People have been really passionate about this song. I think what's cool about my fans is they're able to take my songs, which I write about kind of specific emotions in my life, but lyrically I try not to do too like tiny little detail stuff, so that people, you know, my fans can put themselves in the song and relate to it. And I don't know, I'm just trying to create a safe place for people to feel what they're feeling, and hopefully Hopeless Romantic does that as well.
Let's have a look to the past. Let's have a look to this city. It was very successful. I think more than 500 million streams or something like that, and 11 weeks top 20 in UK and so on. Do you have some pressures, just like, so, oh, I want to become the new song as successful as the city was?
Of course, I would love that success again. Of course, who wouldn't? This city, I kind of look at this city as if it's like a whole nother person, like it's its own entity. Because if I don't know, if I look at those numbers, it gets overwhelming. If I put the pressure to like, okay, you need to like this across like all platforms, this city's nearly at like 1 billion streams or something. So it's like, I think anyone who expects to smash, you know, their previous best, it's always good to strive for it, but like I want to be happy with putting out music and growing and steadily growing and being able to tour. And so in a way, sure, there's pressure to follow it up, but it was also such a wild ridiculous moment of like TikTok meeting the pandemic, meeting everyone online. Like it just was this perfect crazy storm of magical madness. And I know, yeah, I hope to see that success and beat that success as well. But I'm trying not to put that pressure on myself.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the pandemic. It's crazy times. It's still crazy times. You were on tour. How was it for you to meet your fans again in real life, not only on stream, on real?
Right.
How would you describe the feeling as an artist to go to stage again?
Magic, just so overwhelming. Because you say like meet your fans again. I had never met them because my success happened during the pandemic. So I had never been able to meet the people who were giving me this platform, giving me this opportunity to say something in the world. And so yeah, it was a long time coming. It's everything I've ever wanted to do. And the tour was only like a week long. So I'm excited to be on the road for many years to come. But it was just, I don't know. I'd never played a show where people have bought tickets to come see me. So like I'd opened for artists. I've played various different lineups, but to have people there solely to enjoy my music and to sing along with me to every song is just, it's an indescribable feeling. I can't wait to get back on the road, honestly.
And you presented your music not only on social media or not only on streams, you presented it on TV too. You were on Ellen and Jimmy Kimmel and so on. How important do you think is it to use several media to get in contact with your fans or to show your art?
Oh my gosh, so important. I think, it's rare to have those opportunities. And so I definitely try not to take it for granted. It's so bizarre. My first TV performance I shot on this phone. I literally like had it on a tripod filming me in my apartment against the green screen because it was in the pandemic. And getting my first on-set performance was Ellen with Demi. And it's so important. I think, everyone is online. Everyone is using a bunch of different social media platforms. Any way you can get your music out, But I don't know, being able to showcase on TV is pretty insane. It's crazy.
Do you want to tell me something about your current projects? I mean, Hopeless Romantic is out now, but are there some other songs right now on which you're writing? Yeah,
absolutely. I think the project that I've been working on, there's an album oh my goodness, I feel like I've been writing it my whole life. But I guess it starts with Hopeless Romantic and it kind of explores this person being me, dealing with the last couple years and, reaching the heights, but getting like this close to the cliff edge and having my hand on it, but not being able to pull myself over it because of a pandemic.
Yeah.
So if that is the mental image that people can get when listening to this album, but also find themselves. And I will say there are some happy songs. There are some straight up love songs. There are some up tempos. So people won't be depressed the whole time. But I'm just trying to give me, the Hopeless Romantic is the first time I've really been able to like kind of stand in my like truth as an artist and a sound. And so it's going to expand the world of that. And I can't wait. There's so much coming. And I think people are going to love it. It's going to be great.
Of course. My next question would have been how much Sam is in your songs, but as I hear, there's a lot of Sam
it's all me. It's all me. I mean, look, like I try to write about myself. There are some songs that are inspired by friends' relationship issues or what they're going through mentally or emotionally, and I think it's a fun way to kind of write. I think that focusing on yourself too much is like, it's scary. I don't think anyone should focus on themselves as much as artists are forced to focus on themselves. So being able to, and like taking inspiration from artists like Jasmine Sullivan, whose last album was such a brilliant concept where she took her friends' stories and she wrote songs about them. And it's called Hotels. And it's like, this is so brilliant. So like taking like a little page out of her book and turning my friends' stories into songs and representing them. I think it's special, and this project has been such a labor of love, and so many amazing people have worked so hard on it. So to represent them in songs, I think is the least I can do for them.
You said that you are very thankful for the things that happen in your life. What would you tell other people who want to, a lot of people say, I want to become famous, I want to become a musician or something like that, or I want to fulfill my dream. What would you tell people to, do you have any advices or
any
tips?
advice? You know, I get asked this question a lot, and having been through a bunch in this industry, the most important thing, and it sounds cliche, but cliches are only cliches because they're true, because everyone says them, but make sure you love what you do every single day, even when it feels like the whole world is telling you to stop. Make sure you still love it. And surround yourself with positive people, with positive energy, who support the cause, who are, when you play a terrible show, they're going to back you up. They're going to say, look, that might, and they're going to tell you the truth. Like, surround yourself with truth tellers. They're going to say, hey, listen, that wasn't your best, but you are worth it. You can keep going. And then my final piece of advice is get a great lawyer.
Okay. Okay, then let's come to my last question. I wanted to talk to you about 2022, and I heard something about a tour and something like that.
Did you?
Do you want to tell me something about it? What are your plans for next year, or for the end of this year? I mean, it's November.
Yeah. Well, in the immediate plan, I'm so excited to be playing at COP26 this weekend in Scotland, and I think that might be my last show of the year. I could be wrong there. Actually, I'm wrong, but it's doing that. Traveling back to the States. The end of I've got another music video coming up. It's a film. We have plans to tour in Europe at the start of next year. There's basically, I just want to be on the road for the next year, 2 years, but music, tours, exciting projects, announcements, merch, the whole thing, everything, every piece of Sam Fischer you can get, I will give.
Okay.